All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chief from Unit Eagle Eye coming to you again with a brand new video. This time is to talk about a few things that I missed over the past few days. And yeah, I told you this week would be slack compared to last week. I was just banging out videos left, right, and center. And so far, I've only given you the Super Show with myself, Olo, and Lee. Big shout out to those boys. They're always there for me whenever I need guests to do a show. And it was fun. It's always fun doing a show with those guys. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. So I missed some critical news. So let me start off by saying welcome to Arsenal, Matteo Guendouzi. We signed him. I talked about him a few days ago, 19-year-old kid. And we signed him now. We signed him for about 8 million euros. He said to us sign a 4-year contract. And he's talking big. My man ain't come to make the numbers. My man has said he wants to come and win titles, and he wants to play. So he's coming to fight for his place. And you know what? Fair play to him. You know, I'm not gonna. Again, this is one of those ones where, for me, you're never gonna get bullshit. You're never gonna get me claiming I know something if I don't know something. And I'm not one of these guys who, again, is scoured the leagues, watching this kid inside and out, making sure he's the creme de la creme. Listen, I've done the same thing you motherfuckers have done. I went on YouTube, never heard of this kid, decided to go and watch it. Now, bear in mind, my toenail could look good on YouTube if I really wanted it to. So let me preface it with that. But from the little highlights I saw, looks like a good player. He looks like an interesting player, actually. He looks like, first of all, he's quite wedge for a 19-year-old. Fucking hell. Definitely a little Shisho Bob stroke David Luiz type character. Lord knows, I hope he's better than fucking David Luiz. But yeah, he's interesting. Like, probably about 5'10", 5'11", built for a 19-year-old. Like, to me, he looks more wedged than, say, a Lucas Torreira, who, all right, I know is short, but Lucas doesn't exactly look wedge. And by wedge, for American, Canadian, and other people who wonder, what the fuck do I mean by wedge? Buff, you know, muscly, built, you know, to get a London time, don't worry about it. So, you know, he seems to have good control over the ball, can spray the ball pretty well, anticipates the ball quite well. I hate saying this word because I know I'm annoying you with it whenever I say it, but reads the game well. I know I say it too much, but he does. He looks like he reads the game pretty well, positions himself well. And let's face it, we need number 8s. We need number 8s. We let go of effectively 2 when you look at it. We let go of Jack and we let go of Santi. So we do need that another kind of number 8 there, probably alongside a Maitland-Niles who's playing for his position. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be competitive. And I suppose that inevitably brings me on to my next comment. So obviously, Emre had his first press conference, pre-game press conference today as Arsenal manager. Bear in mind, we play a friendly against Boreham Wood on Saturday. And it was just kind of giving an update on the team and, you know, little bits and bobs. A couple of takeaways from it. First of all, he's not had a conversation with Arsene Wenger. I think that's more of a surprise to the press than it is to us. Like, as Arsenal fans, why the fuck would he speak to Arsene Wenger? Do you know what I mean? But I kind of get why they asked him the question, you know? Because when you look at, like, the Alex Ferguson situation, and let's be real here, that's the only thing you can compare it to. Because only Alex Ferguson has had Wenger's type of tenure. And you've seen how heavily involved Alex Ferguson is at Man United. So I can understand the question coming up. But from our perspective, an Arsenal fan's perspective, we don't want fucking Wenger to be touching anything about this tenure. So to me, it wasn't a surprise, but that was apparently one of the takeaways from the press conference today. And then the other one, which is probably the one that most Arsenal fans kind of figured, one or two are a little bit disappointed with, but kind of figured, is the fact that Arsenal's transfer business looks to be done, looks to be complete, which is amazing. Not in a disappointing way. It's kind of like this idea that we've bought every single player that the manager feels we need. They are 5 players, and our business is done before the middle of July. It is unheard of as an Arsenal fan. So very, very, very happy with that. To me, I rate this transfer window probably about a B+. Reason being, I feel like there are a couple of people that are still stealing a wage at Arsenal. You know who the fuck is number 1 on my hit list. That's Mustafi. I don't know how he's still an Arsenal player. Carl Jenkinson, I don't know how he's still an Arsenal player. I loved him for his time there, but Joel Campbell, I don't understand how he's still an Arsenal player. Let's just be real here. There are certain people that I'm like, hey, I don't even know you're still on the books. Martinez, I don't know how he's still an Arsenal player. I can keep going. But in terms of bringing people in, he's clearly decided, you know what, this squad is talented. It just needs a spine. And fair fucking play, my man has gone for that issue. He's decided to bring in a goalkeeper who maybe will grow into a fantastic goalkeeper. Listen, let me be fair about this goalkeeper. Yes, I've been apprehensive, particularly early in the window when we did announce it. What I will say is this. Szczesny was dodgy very early into his career. But with Szczesny, I don't know why, I saw something I liked about Szczesny. And I always said it. I said it from the very get-go. Szczesny would be the best goalkeeper in the world if he can fix this. He has all the talent in the world if he can fix this. And fair fucking play. Spent the next couple of years on loan. Then has fucked off probably who will go down as one of the best goalkeepers ever in Buffon. Completely took his place, and now my man's left and gone to PSG. So Szczesny clearly must have something about him. I can't say I watched the Italian league, so I'm not going to front like I've seen my man perform well. But all the fucking reports I hear is that he's the best damn goalkeeper in that league. And Italian league goalkeepers are the shit over there. So he must be about this life. So who knows about Leno, you know? Once upon a time, they believed he would be a great. And to me, my worry is he does show that Karius type of tendencies. But if we can just squeeze that shit out of him, maybe. Learning from Czech as well, maybe. Happy with all my signings, man. You know, for me, Lucas is the one that excites me the most. When it comes to Socrates, no, I'm not going to attempt to pronounce his surname. I'm not nearly confident enough. Sorry, Harry. For me, again, that's another one who I know his form has dipped a little bit. But again, maybe he'll teach the likes of your Callum Chambers. He'll teach the like of your Rob Holdings to just grow and nurture, because we're expecting those two to really challenge for a first team fucking place. And then again, similarly with Steven Lichtsteiner, Lord knows Hector Bellerin needs to learn from somebody. And if he ain't learning, kick his fucking punk ass out. Mr. Long Hair don't care. Clever little fucking tweet he came out with earlier. I could grow hair, motherfucker, so I can still criticize you. So to me, B+, I'll take it. Still think we need a winger, which I can guarantee, without even looking in the chat room, that is what if people are saying right now, yeah, but we need a winger. I'm with you. Unfortunately, unless you go for Pavon, or you go for Nelson Martins, which seems to be, I told you guys that that shit would not be easy. That Nelson Martins deal must be much more complicated than any of us thinks it is. Unless one of those two become available, I don't see us getting one. And why should we waste money on a substandard one? I'd almost hold on, wait until a decent one becomes available. Having said all of that, Emre did leave the door open earlier today. He did say, unless we have a good opportunity to bring in someone special, which is almost an Arsene Wenger line, where Arsene Wenger would give you that hope, but you knew deep down there was no chance of it. For some reason, I feel like Emre just closed the door with the intention of, I don't want to put the club out there too tough. So maybe if a target comes up, I'll just play the game a little bit and see what happens. Especially because when you're hearing stories that Pavon and his fee's gone up now or some shit after his performances in the World Cup, he might just be trying to play the game a little bit. So I have a sneaking suspicion. Just hold on. I think what he's done is he's prioritized the people we definitely needed. And then he's just saying to you guys, just hold on. I'll be with you in a second. So just watch this space, I think. And then the only other bit of business was we've also brought in a kid. We brought in a 16-year-old Sunderland striker, supposed to be the next big thing. To be fair to him, his goal scoring record is very impressive. 16 years old, his name's Sam Greenwood. Scored 21 goals in 24 appearances for the under-16s and under-18s. I'm all for it, man. We need to build for the future. And our academy is slacking at the moment, so we might as well bring some motherfuckers in. So yeah, I'm all for it. Another one. Welcome to Arsenal, mate. I hope you have a good career. All right, man. I'm out of it. That was my little update. I hope you like this video. Crush, destroy, drop kick the shit out of that like button. I appreciate all your love when it comes to those likes. I never ever take it for granted. Also, if you're listening to me for the very first time, hit that subscribe button because I'm tantalizingly close to 3,000. I'm 8 away now. 3,000 was my target to get to before the season starts. I am in touching fucking distance. So get me over that 3,000 mark, and I promise you, I'll bring you some new content. My Blue Yeti microphone has arrived today, so I'm going to be using that in my next show. I'm also going to be bringing on new, very, very new guests onto the show. So people who've been asking for people like Deluded Guna to come on. I've spoken to Deluded Guna. Tom will be coming on at some point, who is Deluded Guna. Speaking of Tom, really enjoyed his appearance on the show earlier, late last season. I'm going to try and get him back. That's Tom from the Guna Talk show. I'm also going to try and get Mike back on from Guna News. I really enjoyed his appearance on. For all the people who are begging me to get Amanda back on, yes, Amanda's my girl. You guys know this. I'll bring her back on. And just load more guests. I'm going to try and get Harry on as well, man. I've been meaning to get Harry on for some time. So Harry has his own show, Chronicles of Guna. Very, very, very clever kid. On point. Very sharp. And he's my Greek correspondent. And I'm trying to get him to teach me how to say Socrates' last name. So hopefully I'll manage to get him on and just do a show, man. I might just do a show particularly with people that just haven't been on the show before. So whether it's Deluded Guna, whether it's Harry, just bring people who've not been on the show before. Just do like a debut show. Just to give a different slant to the show. Of course, you'll always have my brothers, Ola. You'll always have my brothers, Lee, Colin, Tops. I'm going to bring Mems back onto the show. So I've got big plans, people. Kenny Ken. My gosh, the list is endless. Claude, I've reached out to Claude to come on the show at some point. So just hold tight. Got some plans. Bear with me. We're going to explode this fucking thing, I promise. All right, people. I'm out of here. Take care. Deuces.